Welcome to Facebook Basics for Rotarians. I'm Ray Shire, past District Governor, and I'll be your guide as we learn the basics of Facebook for Rotarians. This is Facebook 101. Today we'll be going over registering and setting up a Facebook account, the difference between your personal profile and a fan page that you create for your club, your business, or other interest, how to create a group page for your club and what is the difference, how to change your personal information, how to create a post or upload a photo, how to change those photos or graphics, how to access your club page, how to change the page name, inviting people to like your page, and finally creating an event and getting people to attend. But first, a couple of funnies about Facebook. The one on the left, that's me. I work in my pajamas very often, and I was going to clean the house, but being the Facebook fan that I am, as soon as I know that someone has started a conversation or posted a cat video on Facebook, there I am. But seriously, Facebook has enabled me as a Rotary leader to learn so much more about Rotary and Rotary clubs, what the Rotarians are doing in their communities, and the wonderful people that make up the Rotary world by connecting with them through Facebook. On the right, we see that Facebook is actually part of the large group of programs we call on the internet social media, social networking. Facebook is where we can share information about ourselves and photos, but we also have Twitter, where we communicate in 140 characters or less, WordPress for our simple websites and blogs, Instagram, where all the cool kids are now on their Androids and iPhones, sharing and modifying photos and instantly posting them on the internet, Foursquare, where we can tell everyone in the world where we are, anywhere in the world. LinkedIn for business resumes and connecting to new business. Pinterest to share our interests with others around the world. YouTube for viewing those famous cat videos. And Skype for communicating for free over the internet by telephone. These make up only some of today's social media, which is constantly changing as new people get new ideas and unroll new products for your PC, for your phone, or for your tablet. But why should social media, and in particular Facebook, matter to us as Rotarians? Well, certainly, as I said, it's a wonderful tool for you to share what you're doing and for others to see what we do in service above self. But in addition, it's a wonderful way for us to reach out in particular to certain groups and to target them for possible membership in Rotary International. Facebook is no longer, and probably never was, just for the millennials born after the year 2000. The truth is that social media has increased among all demographics, and this demographic chart here is a little bit ageist, because although it does show that the fastest growing group is women in the 55 to 65 age range, it ignores that people like my mom and others that are 80 years old and up are on Facebook enjoying the world brought to them through Facebook and other social media. However, if we look at this chart, we will see that our target demographic from 35 on up is on Facebook, and we can reach them, and we can share the idea of service above self. So, what is the difference between a personal profile and a fan page? Well, before you can begin to promote your Rotary Club through a fan page, you must first set up a personal profile in order to create that page. What's the difference? Well, on a personal profile, the object is to make personal friends. Now, my own philosophy when I am reaching out and expanding to reach new friends and accept friend requests is I don't accept friend requests from people who aren't either a member of our Rotary district or a prospective member of a Rotary district, someone that I know through Rotary here in our district. My additional friends, of course, are my friends, my personal friends and family, Rotarians I've met around the world, and those that I have begun a relationship with, such as my friends in India, where my club has done a matching grant, and our friends in South Africa, where we recently completed an international district grant. So I keep my fan page, my personal profile, to those friends that I actually have a connection to. You can have only 5,000 friends on your personal profile. After that, well, you're a public figure and you really ought to have a fan page. So we're making friends, we're accepting friends on our personal profile, but we are also having the ability to keep things private. We have a wider range of privacy settings. We can share only with our friends on Facebook, with their friends, friends of friends on Facebook, or we can share our photos, our thoughts with the public, with the world. My own Facebook page, my personal profile, is public. Mostly everything I say is about Rotary or about a cat video or about food, and there's no particular reason to keep that private. But you can communicate privately with your friends and family, or you could share your love of Rotary with the public through your personal profile. You also have the ability to share specific things. You can share information about books and movies and hobbies, and you can have a lot of fun in exploring the world of Facebook and sharing this information with like-minded people in your friend base. So what's a fan page? Well, a Rotary fan page set up for your club is designed to create not friends. It is designed to create and attract likes. You want as many people as possible all around the world to like your page, and it can be an unlimited amount of likes. Now, why do you want to do that? Because once someone likes your page, every time you post a status on that page about a new project, about a new member, a new photo of a service project, every time that you post on your club's fan page, everyone who has already liked that page will receive that message. So it's a wonderful way to expand your club's publicity throughout the world of Facebook. So, fan pages are meant to be public. They are meant to be open to whoever reads it, and they are a wonderful tool to promote upcoming events, invitations, photos, advertisements, promotions, a wide variety of tools to build your club membership. So how do we get started on Facebook? Well, first you must create that personal profile. Without a profile, you have no ability to do anything else in creating a fan page or a group for your club. So if you don't already have a personal profile, what you want to do is go to facebook.com, and there you will create your profile by signing up. It's free and always will be. Well, of course, Facebook is advertiser supported, so you will see advertisements on your Facebook page, but you do have the ability to block other forms of communication from Facebook to you. You don't have to receive emails from them, you don't have to receive texts from them, but when you are on Facebook, you will see advertising particular targeted you and based on what you were posting on Facebook. So to get started, you're going to sign up by entering your first name and your last name, and you should use your real name. It is against Facebook policy, actually, to have a fake profile on Facebook. You will see a lot of people do it. They don't use their real name. They do it in an attempt to keep private. However, on Facebook, when you sign up with Facebook, you do need to give them your real name. Give them an email. It's important that you provide an email that is real for you, because if Facebook needs to reach you or you lose your password and you need to re-access Facebook, you want to know what that email is, so make sure that it is a real email. Also re-enter it and enter a password that means something to you, that is easy for you to remember, and that is complicated and complex enough that hackers who spend their days and their nights dreaming up ways to annoy us cannot access your Facebook page. You do also need to provide your full birthday, including the year. Facebook content is sometimes risque, and some pages are limited to 21 and over, and for the protection of the children of the world, Facebook does ask for real birthdays. Now, you do not have to display your birthday to the world. You can keep it private off of your personal profile page. On my own page, it indicates my birth date, but not the year I was born, so that I can maintain the illusion, at least for me, that I am forever young. And then also provide to them for demographic purposes, whether you're male or female, and click the green sign up button. It's as easy as that, and then you will be taken to the next screen where there are 3 steps. Now you can skip these steps, and because you can always do them later. But what they're asking is if you are already on other services such as Yahoo or AOL, if you would like to reach out through your address book on those services and find people to invite to be your friends, you can do that then. Of course, doing this does require that Facebook have access to the address book of your Yahoo or AOL accounts. If you don't wish to do that, certainly skip that. If you want to add friends as you find them, certainly skip that by clicking in the bottom right, skip this step. You'd be taken then to step 2 to fill out additional info. This is personal info about you. And also step 3 to upload a profile picture of yourself for your page. Again, you can skip all of these steps and come back later to complete your personal page and upload photos. Whether you add the information at that point or whether you skip, you will eventually be taken to your brand new page. Now, this is a page that I created that isn't actually me. It is a nice new clean page that I created in order to demonstrate how to create a page. So this is my new personal profile, brand spanking new. On the left you'll see me. I skipped all the parts where I was to upload my photo. So this is a very basic, without any additional information, filling out the profile. So what you'll see when you first sign up is on the left you'll see the welcome. You'll see the news feed. This is where information about your friends and pages you liked appear for you to browse and see what's going on in the world of Facebook. You'll also see messages for personally chatting between you and one of your friends, events that have been posted by your friends or by pages that you've been invited to, and find friends, a search capability for adding new friends to your personal profile. You can sort those friends by any way you want. You can call them Rotarians, close friends, acquaintances, whatever you want, so that later if you're inviting people to come to an event, for example, you might only want to invite your close friends to come to your barbecue. There's a number of applications that are available in Facebook. These are not Facebook designed. These are designed by developers and allow you to have more fun by playing games with your friends on Facebook, etc. But towards the bottom there you'll see pages, and this is what we'll be especially interested in. If you've liked pages, you will see pages here. If you have created pages and you're an administrator of that page, you'll see a specific list of what those pages are. In the middle, where it says Welcome to Facebook, Ray, this is where you'll normally see your news feed and information about your other friends. And also, since I skipped all the steps, it's encouraging me to set my privacy settings, and that's important. So if you click that and you go through privacy, this is where you'll have the opportunity to be very specific about what your privacy will be. Who can see your photos? Who can post on your timeline and say hello? Who can like one of your photos? Who can like one of your status reports? So they break it down bit by bit by bit. And again, you can choose whether only your Facebook friends can see it, or whether their Facebook friends can see it as well, or whether each individual post or status can be promoted to the public. Even though you have these basic privacy settings that set the categories for how to control who can access what on your personal profile, each time that you post a status or a photo or any other information on Facebook, you have the ability at that time to make that specific item be private for you, for your friends, for their friends, or for the world. So you have a wide variety of privacy tools to protect you. Okay, finally, over on the right, you'll see that I have selected from the little drop down arrow, I've highlighted create a page. What we are looking at now again is a personal profile, and now I am, as Ray Shire, from my personal profile, going to create a page for my club, my business, or my other interest. So I've clicked on create a page, or I can click on create a group. Now, what's the difference between a group and a page and a profile? Well, for a group will only be for friends, and you will be inviting your friends to join you in either a private or a public group, an open or closed group. So, in a closed group, this is where your Rotary Club might include members only. My club does this. This is where we're able to communicate on Facebook in a group setting rather than by email, which can be awkward and difficult. We can communicate in a group setting on Facebook, and we can make plans about our service projects, about upcoming meetings, about issues facing the club. We can do this in real time, and we are able then to keep all that stuff private from the rest of the world because we have a closed group. So I encourage you to explore closed groups for your interests or for your Rotary Club in order to increase communication with your group. Now, there are, in fact, Rotary clubs that operate exclusively on Facebook. They have a Facebook page to promote to the world what they're doing in service, and then they have a group that is closed, like your club assembly might be, or your board meeting might be, in order to conduct club business. And they never meet in the real world. They meet on Facebook using these two tools. So you can also have an open group. This might be a group where you're interested in quilting or some other hobby or other common interest where there's no need to be secret about it. It's basically a place for like-minded people to chat about a specific topic and invite friends who are also interested into their group. Now, when you have a group, one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to invite and include people that have not consented. So when you invite somebody to join a group, you actually make that invitation. You don't just add them from your friends list, because once you add them, they're going to start receiving notifications on Facebook that said, hey, you know, so-and-so said this and that and the other thing in the group, and they may not care one whit about your group. So reach out to your friend first through Facebook and say, hey, I started a group on quilting, or hey, I started a group on stamp collecting. Would you like to join it? If they say yes, then certainly add them to your group. Okay, let's take a step back. This information we're going to present about updating info is pretty much the same for your personal profile, your page, for your club, or your group for your club or for your personal interest. Basically, the information is the same in that you will see an About button. You will see a small square profile photo, and you'll see the larger cover photo, what we call Facebook banners, where you can personalize your profile, your fan page, or your group. So for any one of these, you're going to click About in order to add more information about yourself, your page, or your group. When you click the About link, which is typically on the left under the profile photo, you will be taken to a more extensive list where you will be asked to tell more about yourself, or in this case you're looking at the About page for a page. So we are having the opportunity here to identify the category of page, and that might be nonprofit, it might be community organization. There's a lot of drop-down opportunities there. This is where you can put in your meeting address, and if you do that, then you will enable the Facebook ability to generate a map link for your location for people to find you. Also, when people are using the check-in function on their phones and they're searching Facebook for nearby locations, if you put in an address for your Facebook page, your Rotary Club will pop up as being in that area. You could put in other information about your club, short and long, about what you're doing, your mission statement, when you were started, club awards. All kinds of stuff is available to you. So completely explore your personal About page and your fan pages in order to get maximum value out of that, because people who are looking for you will find it through what you're putting in your About on Facebook. So in addition to that, you'll see that you can see the edit for each individual one, so you can come back later if your club moves or there's information that needs to be updated. You don't have to redo a whole page. You can click the edit for that particular type of information. So what do we do about the images on our personal profile or on our Facebook page or group? Well, it's actually pretty easy. You want to hover over the photo. In this case, I'm showing you how to change the cover photo. When you hover over, you will see the edit button for change cover or change profile picture, and then you can choose your photos. Upload from your computer. Okay, if you've already uploaded previous photos, you will have the ability to choose from those photos, and that's the one that's highlighted in blue. And then once you have actually uploaded it, you can reposition it a bit, crop it a bit for its best presentation, or remove it completely if it's just a disaster. You could start over. You know, and it's the internet, and people say, oh, the internet, it's on the internet's forever. Not really true. You know, when you're first setting up a page and nobody knows about it, you know, you can make a lot of mistakes because you don't have any friends, you don't have any likes. So go ahead and get it right, and then start inviting friends and fans to join you. Go ahead and make your mistakes because you can fix it. It's all fixable, and you are where others have been. Don't worry about it. The best way sometimes to learn is by doing. Okay, so you want to select your photos for your Facebook banner photos, these long cover photos. Your best is keep them what we call in pixels, 640 pixels, 720 pixels wide. Okay, and for your profile page, your small square profile photo, you want to really keep it 300 by 300 at the largest. Large photos take longer. Large photos need more editing in order to fit into the space where Facebook has allowed them to be. So you don't want to upload a photo that is 4 megabytes to be used as your cover photo on Facebook. You also want to think about changing your cover images frequently, because when you do, your friends and your likes will see that in their timeline. They will see that your page has been updated. It'll draw attention to your profile or to your page, and a picture is far more attractive on Facebook to attract attention than any other type of post on Facebook. So pick some photos, get them up there. If you're having trouble finding the cover photos, we have more. Go to Rotary5320.org, resources, and under that, promoting your club, and you will find that there are a number of Facebook cover photos for you to use of Rotarians at work all around the world. How do you change your photo? Your personal photo, same thing. We've kind of covered that. You're going to hover over your personal photo, choose from the photos you've already uploaded, upload a photo from your computer, or remove completely. Here's a new option though, take photo. That's a dangerous one. What that one does is it will take a photo of you sitting here right now at your desk from your webcam. So I personally never do that, because when I'm sitting at my desk in my pajamas, it's not the best time to take a photo. But you may want to show yourself in your office or in some live action shot and upload that as your photo. Okay, now you got a photo, you've got a cover photo, and you want to put something up for the world to see. Again, we're working with a page, and it would be what your club is doing. You're working with a fan page created by you or someone else for your club. And now you want to share. So you can share a status where you just type in the box there underneath Sheila's picture. You'll see the status box. It's got 3 red stars in it. That's the status box. You can just type something in there, feeling great today, hit enter, and everyone that likes your page will know that you're feeling great today. Is that going to attract a lot of attention? Maybe not so much. Is it better than to share a photo of your last service project? Absolutely. Or a video of that service project. So in that case, you would click photo or video, and you would upload a photo or video of your last event. Let's take a more detailed look at the types of status and the types of photos and links that you might post on your fan page or club page to help promote your Rotary Club. Again, the most basic is the status update. I'm doing great today. You just type it in, hit the enter key, and off it goes. However, these may, they may be personal information, they may be fun, they may be jokes, but will they attract people to a club page? Maybe not so much. So what can we do to make it more attractive? Well, first of all, we can link to a story. And I do this a lot. I link to things outside of Facebook. I may go to the OC Register and find stories about Rotary there. And when I do, I will copy the link for that, and I will then paste the link into the status box of my fan page or my profile page. What happens when I do that is Facebook takes a couple of seconds and thinks about it and goes out and looks at that link and will come back and will deliver to you a photo that it pulled off of the, for example, Orange County Register page that you were looking at. It'll give a link to that page and a little paragraph from the beginning of the story. This is a great way to attract attention. Now you also want to say something about why you were linking that story to your page. Well, you might say, look at the wonderful work that my Rotary Club is doing, and then highlight that that link to your press release or whatever it is off of Facebook. You also want to be kind of selective about your post to your fan page during a day or a week for your club. Or for your business, because posting all the time, people become sort of immune. She's always on there, it drives me crazy, it's not useful information. So you want to make sure that you're posting only a few times a day. You're linking to interesting content or uploading interesting photos, and that it is targeted at your objective of bringing in new members or educating the public about your club. Whatever your purpose is in using your Facebook or fan page, you want to make sure that your posts are directed towards that. Okay? And try posting at different times of the day. I typically spend time in the morning going through things that I read and stuff on the internet, and will take things from my email and other things and post quite a bit of things in the morning. However, not everybody's a morning person, and by the time some people get settled in and work half the day and then say, oh, at lunchtime I'm going to take a look at Facebook, my posts may be buried between, by all the other things that happened since. So if I post 3 or 4 times a day on different topics, trying to pull people back to my page, I may be more successful in capturing those folks who are morning people, who look at it at lunch, who look at it after work, who look at it before they go to bed. So think about what times you're posting and what time zone those people might be in. If you're trying to reach, say, your friends in India, are you going to be able to do it on your own time schedule? Again, photos are the best way to attract attention, or video, because it will show a snapshot from that video as a photo when you post it. So they perform better than any other types of content, and wherever possible you want to associate what you say with an image that is capturing the idea of what you're trying to say. So it's easy to do. In the status box, you're going to click photos or video. You're going to upload a photo from your either your existing photos. You might want to repost them, or you can upload from your PC. And then, of course, you're going to choose the file and click post. But here's a couple things that you should do before you click post. One is if you're going to upload a number of photos to publicize an event that's happened. And we do this a lot, of course. We have a service project, we take 10 to 100 photos, we want to upload them all at once. Then in that case, definitely create a photo album. It'd be much easier for you to then share the photo album than to try to share 100 individually posted pictures. So share them all by creating a photo album, giving a description of the photo album, where it was taken, who was there, typing in their names so that they can be found when people are looking for them as being in this picture. Use all the available information you can when you're creating your album so that people will find it. But definitely use an album to capture your events in multiple photos. The second thing that you should do is, if you're just posting a single photo, is you should always put a description in the photo. Because if you're posting a single photo and someone wants to share it, okay, they see it in their feed because they are your friend, or they see it in their feed because they have liked your page and they see that photo, they want to share that photo, and they want to share everything you said about that photo. Well, if you did not put what you say about the photo in the description of the photo when you upload the photo, then when they share it, your description will be lost. And this is a little hard to explain, but if I just upload a photo and I don't edit the photo in order to add a description to the photo itself on Facebook, I will not be able to share what I've said about that photo in the status box with the world. Only, I can share it with my friends, but when they share it with theirs, that status information is lost. So try and play around with that. I know that may not be as clear, but play around with that to see what I mean. Look in your Facebook feed, see what people have shared in the photos, and click to share it. When you do, are you seeing what they said about it, or are you seeing only the photo? If you see only the photo, that's because they did not add a description for an individual photo that they have uploaded. Okay, beat that horse to death. Let's try something else. Let's talk about events. Events are a great way on your club page to attract attention to your upcoming service projects or fundraisers. The drawback of it is people could say, well, I'm coming or I'm not coming, but they can't actually register for something. So it's a great way to promote, but not necessarily as a registration tool. Now, you do have available to your club registration tools. You can do it through Dactybe, and that's certainly another class, or you can use Eventbrite or other public services that you can find on the internet that are cheap to use and that allow for registration. Facebook does not. It only asks people on Facebook whether they're going or not, but it's a wonderful way to promote a service project or upcoming event. So again, you're going to click on offer event. You're going to create an event, and you're going to put in a description of this. Now, when you first set it up, it doesn't allow you to add a photo, but once you have created it, you can edit it, and you can upload a photo of the event and customize it a little more so that it attracts much more attention before you then share it with your friends and ask them to attend and to share your event with others. Here's an event that I created for my Rotary Club, Orange Plaza Rotary, and again, this was created to promote it, not to register it. And so what we were able to do by creating this event was, first of all, like I said, we updated the photo to make it more attractive. This is a stock photo that we got from Rotary International, and again, you will find these on our website at Rotary 5320 under Resources, Club Administration, and Promoting Your Club. So we used that for our Rotary Network night. We then created the description that we wanted for our event and where it was and all of that. And although you see on the right that only 4 people indicated that they went, because it's not really for registration, look below that. It says insights. 605 people reached. 605 people reached with this invitation. Now, whether they chose to go or not, whether they found it interesting or not, 605 people were reached. Do we have 605 likes on our Orange Plaza Rotary page? No, we don't. So how did we reach 605 people? Well, whenever you are creating a status or a photo or a video on your club page or on your personal profile, you want your friends and your club members to share it. That's how we reach people. The most important thing that you can do and that you can encourage your club members to do on Facebook is to share the information. So whenever your Rotary Club creates a new event, then the person that creates it should make sure that they communicate either through the group, sharing the event on their group or on their page or on their own personal profile. They should say, please share this event on your own personal timeline to reach as many people as possible. And that's what happened here. Our club members took an event created by Orange Plaza Rotary. We shared that event on our personal profiles, and as a result, 605 people were reached with the invitation to join our Rotary Networking Night. So, let's assume you've got a fan page. You set it up, and you're raring to go. You got a club page set up as a fan page. You got a business page set up as a fan page, and now you want to get back to it, because when you first log into Facebook again, it's going to take you to your personal profile. You're going to see your personal profile and the news feed. So, okay, now I want to do something with my fan page. Well, on the left, now that we've created some pages, we see that we have them listed by name. Now these are business people, so their fan pages on their left are actually names, but these are their business pages. So Sheila has created her business fan page, and she sees it then on the left of her personal profile page. So you can click that, or if you remember the name of your fan page, you type it in at the top, and it'll give you a link, and you click on that and you can go to your fan page. A couple other things about this this blue box here that contains the search box. To the right, what do these icons mean? The first one that has a couple of folks, those are people. Those are new friend requests. So it's got a 1, that means one new person is asking to be your friend. So if you click that, you'll see who they are, and whether you know them or not, you'll have the opportunity to accept that friendship or to ignore it, and then further requests from them will no longer reach you. The one next to that, that is the new message box, sometimes called by the younger users the inbox. Instead of saying message me, they may say inbox me, but this indicates that there's one new message. Now, messages can come, depending on how you set your privacy settings, can come from your friends or they can come from the general public. So if you're looking for, if you have a generally public personal profile as I do, you may receive messages from around the world. You know, you're a PDG, you're a Rotarian or whatever, you may receive a message from the Ukraine or something, and but you have the ability to control your privacy and who can actually message you. So also you have the home button. If you visit one of your pages, you can always click home and that'll take you back to your personal profile. Okay. On the far right, and it's a little grayed out, but this is something that's common throughout the internet. It's the gear, and that always stands for settings. So if you want to fix your privacy settings, you're not satisfied with them, you want to change other information about your page or your personal profile, you would click on settings, and that will reopen all of that stuff for you to edit. Okay. We covered this already. When you click on the Facebook search bar, you can search for anybody there that's on Facebook, or even if they're not. If you're looking for that long-lost classmate from 1967, you might type their name in there and you might find them. But the search bar can be very useful for that purpose, for locating old friends or businesses or Rotary clubs that you want to like. The district Facebook page, as a Facebook page, we liked all the other Rotary Club pages that we could find in our district so that we could see what they're doing. When they post, then the district knows that they post. The menu bar, this is what we discussed a minute ago. If you've created a page or you have been added as administrator of a page by someone else who created it, you will begin to see those pages listed for you to find easily. Okay, how do I go back and forth between posting as my page? I want to post as Orange Plaza Rotary instead of as Ray Shire. Now this is important because if I'm posting as Ray Shire and I go over to the Orange Plaza Facebook page and I post something, it will say Ray Shire is posting to this page, and it's going to not appear as a message from Orange Plaza Rotary. And you want to promote your club as your club. So what's circled here is when you go to the page where you are either the creator or have been added later as one of the administrators, it'll say you are posting as Sheila White. Do you want to change to Manatech in this case, which is the page? So you always have that option, and you want to choose from that toggle whether you're making a comment on Orange Plaza Rotary as one of its members, Ray Shire, or whether you're actually adding a new post as that page. Okay, so keep that in mind. The other place where you are able to change that is actually in the upper right. You can, where it says Manatech, you can click there and it will give you options. It'll say, do you want to use Facebook as Ray Shire? Do you want to use it as Orange Plaza Rotary? Do you want to use it as District 5320? Depending on what your pages are, it'll give you options to post that way and have your statuses and your photos and everything appear as from that particular page or person. Again, play with it. You have nothing to lose by playing with it, because if you are an administrator or you've created your personal profile, in my case I created a dummy for demonstration purposes, you can always delete it. You can delete the whole page. Okay, so you got a page and you might want to change the name. For example, Orange Plaza Rotary wasn't always Orange Plaza Rotary, it was Orange Sunrise Rotary. So you, up until the point where your page for your club has 200 likes, you can change it as many times as you want. Once you have 200 likes on your page, though, you can change it once, because that's going to be what you are. And so in the case of Orange Sunrise Rotary, we changed it once. And so you can, again, have the unlimited opportunity to change it until there are 200 likes on the page. After that, it's a one-shot deal. What does this mean? It means that you should carefully consider the name of your page, because you may have to live with it. And so it's important for your page names to be carefully considered. This is a good point in the presentation to talk about who controls a club Facebook page and how should a club Facebook page be created and controlled. Well, like any other aspect of your club's public image, this should be a discussion at the board level, and your website, your Facebook pages, your other public image should be controlled by your club, and the decisions about what to call it and how to handle it and who should administer it should be decisions of your club. And what we see is that because we have a change of leadership every year at all levels of Rotary, what we see is that there may have been a year when an energetic Rotarian, Rotaractor, Interactor created a page. And then after their year of service, they stopped doing it. And maybe nobody did it for a couple of years. And this is, of course, very common with websites as well. Well, in the case of Rotary clubs, it may or may not be easy to say, okay, who created this? We need to have so-and-so added as the new administrator so that we can continue to update it. But in other cases, say Interact or Rotaract, where those students may have moved on, may not be so easy. So it's important as advisors to Interact or Rotaract, it's important at your club board level that you have these discussions, that you assure the continuity and long-term longevity of your website, of your Facebook page, and your other media. So for example, there is someone at the Rotary district level that's always an administrator of the Interact and Rotaract district pages, so that we are able to assure that those pages are kept up to date, and that information that we receive as Rotarians that we want to share with Interact and Rotaract, there's always a channel to do that. And we've decided, of course, at the district level that those district pages belong to the district, and so we manage those in that way, and so should your Rotary clubs. Okay, so bottom line on this is it may not always be possible to get access to an old Facebook page, and it may not be possible then to change its name or to update it, because you do not know who the administrators are, and you no longer have an administrator within your own organization. What you can do in that case is you can send a message to the page or to the group and say, hey, I am so-and-so, I'm the current president of the Rotary Club or whatever, and say, we need to have control over this page. They may answer you, or they may not. You just don't know. And if they do, maybe you'll get control over it. Worst case scenario, if you are unable to get control over old pages so that you can delete duplicates or update the one that you want. If you're unable to get control over a page that is out there representing your club in a bad way because it's not updated and it's just hanging out there half finished or whatever, you can report the page. There is a report button for every page. You can report the page to Facebook, and you can say, you know, this should be my page, or this page is, you know, this page is representing my organization, and we don't have control of it. You know, there are things that you can do to tell Facebook about that page, and they may delete it for you. So those are sort of ways to deal with the outdated, out of control Facebook page. Okay, at this point we take questions, and so what we will do in our webinar setting is turn over to our chat room and take questions from the chat room. On this recording, you obviously will not be able to ask or hear questions, so what we ask you to do, if you are watching this recording later on the internet, if you have questions regarding Facebook and how to use it, well, here's the way to do it. Go to our Facebook page or to our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is even better because you can ask questions in private among the other Rotary members. So what you should do, go to Facebook and in the search box put Rotary District 5320 and then find our group. Ask to join our group. You will be admitted, and then you can ask all the questions you need to ask about how Facebook works. You will then be answered by the folks that are already on Facebook. The Rotarians using Facebook in our district will be happy to share their information about how Facebook works. Also, of course, Facebook has help functions. You'll find those at various points on the pages and on the profiles that you visit. And if you click on that, you can type in your question, and you'll very often be taken to an extremely useful Facebook page. Then, of course, there's the old Google method, where I've frequently gone to say, what the heck is going on here with Facebook, and get my answers from other experts on the internet. That can be a little dangerous, though, so I do caution you that experts are not always experts. Sometimes they're not such good links. They may take you to places where you don't want to go, so be careful about how you get your information from the internet, because not all people are honest Rotarians out there looking just to share information. Thank you for joining us today. We ran a couple minutes over because I'm a yapper, but thank you for joining us for Facebook Basics for Rotarians. This has been Ray Shire, past District Governor, Rotary District 5320.